Color correction using keyframes is a new function in EDIUS 4. In this example here, the red stage spotlight on the cello player needs to be reduced. Since the pan at one point begins with the correct white balance, a constant white balance would result in the wrong colors on the piano player. So, while the clip is running, the characteristics of the filter must change. We pull the white balance filter onto the clip. After the dialog opens, the first thing to do is to activate the keyframes. This button is used to define keyframes for all filter characteristics. This button is used for a single selected characteristic. To demonstrate the method of operation, we reduce the saturation of the gray values between two keyframes. When scrubbing through the timeline, you can see how the saturation control moves. That means the characteristics between the different keyframes change continually. If you open a track, you can see that the curve shape can also be determined with Bezier curves. But now to the actual task. To this end, the keyframes must be deleted again, for example, by selecting with the mouse and pressing the Delete key. Next, we have to decide where exactly the color correction should start. For safety's sake, for this you can define keyframes for all characteristics. Nothing in front of this point shall change. This is the point where the changes should go into effect. The spotlight only affected the red tones, which is why the red hue must be reduced. All other hues remain unaffected. For this purpose, under Limit, we activate Hue and move the controls into the red range. To ensure that no color fringing or aberration occurs, the slope controls are placed somewhat distant from the beginning and the end. Each time the control is pulled, a new keyframe is created. Let's move the white dot of the gray balance somewhat towards green. Two keyframes were promptly created and the effect can be seen immediately. If you limit the preview to only the left side of the frame, you can compare the old to the new. Switching back and forth, we can see the filter only affects the red. Nothing has changed with the piano either. When we play back the clip, there is a continuous change in the filter characteristics.